welcome to the video. I have a whole bunch of brand new coloring books to show you. I thought I would actually give it a chance as well and get a couple of the small square cute ones. It's been a good 6 or 8 months since I've done that because I just don't like 9 out of 10 of them. I think I've kept 2 out of all the ones I've ever seen or reviewed. There were a couple that are kind of, you know, there are some people that like them, and there are a few that I narrowed down to being a little more well-known, just to kind of take a look, and we'll see what we think as well. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, join my Facebook group, which you can find linked below. Also, we have a couple of coloring contests. You can enter pictures going on. Drawings will be on May 30th. One is if you join the Fairy Tale and Magic Coloring Club that has exclusive tutorials and color alongs and fairy tale coloring books. You can submit any of the pictures from any of the color alongs on the Facebook group under the correct header and win a whole bunch of prizes and stuff. And then also you can just enter for a basic giveaway just by commenting on that original video where I talked about the contest, which I will link that video below in the drop down menu as well. And I'll also link the link to join the club in that video. I did show you what the prizes are and whatnot. It was probably about 2 weeks ago. So anyway, let's take a look at what we have. So this is the new Brambly Hedge by Jill Barklum nature coloring book. And she's had quite a few. They're really sweet, very spring-like. They do have a hint of story in them, like words. And they're kind of like, is my camera straight? They're kind of like cottage lore books, cottage, there's some name for that. So you get these little vignettes. You kind of get a nice little town vibe. The paper is kind of a cream color, double-sided. It's very smooth. Won't be probably super great for oily pencils. I would go more waxy pencils. But look at the little details in this treehouse. It's really cute and sweet for spring. I have another one. I think I have the very first one. Oh, that was released. I don't remember when that was. And if you have any kids in your life, friends with kids, nieces, nephews, grandkids, you can color the whole book and give it away as a storybook. Or like you have a little, you know, baby 1, 2-year-old somewhere in your life. Spend a year working on a book like this and give it away. Or save it for future grandkids. That'd be kind of neat. I've been doing that with some of the Charles Suntory books. The Peter Rabbit and the Alice in Wonderland and the Inky House one. But look, it's so cute. All the little mice. Look at those. There's a lot of little things. You can use light watercolors. I wouldn't use like water-based pens that are dark. I mean, it's not overly thin, but I think if you did like a black water-based, even Tombow with a brush pen, I think you're going to see a hint of it. Artist pens would be good as well. Acrylic would be good. Yeah, so it's very nice little townish. That one's a little more redundant, like a wallpaper. I skipped something here. That's like the inside of a houseboat, which is kind of a really cool concept there. I had the flu all last week, so I was supposed to have a video posted 5 days ago. I'm doing the Deborah Muller Storybook Princesses, the Wizard of Oz. Dorothy is the next one that's going to be in Prismacolor in the Fairy Tale Club, and I just haven't finished it because I was sick, and I had these books sitting here too for like 5 days, but I'm finally doing better. It's really cute. So these are the actual stories. Yeah, so there's like storybooks, and then this is like one of the coloring books that goes with it. Really cute. Let's look at Little Worlds by Gabby Wolf. Never seen any Gabby Wolf before. It's Joanna Basford's little mini book, The Small Victories. It reminds me a lot of that. A lot of bright white pages. It has a little bit of an RJ Hampson feel. I do like that they're single-sided. And it has like a, oh, this is a long day. A lot of like just random kind of naturey, cottagey stuff, perfect for spring, but like, you know, the little victories or the La Petites vignettes, like you get a little bit of that kind of thing in here. Little houses, little mushroom houses, all the little flowers. I can pretty much see through the paper though, so I would only use pencils in this book. Maybe Pitt pens. These kind of, the really white Amazon type papers work amazing with waxy pencils. You see in a lot of my tutorials. Like all the, this is actually one leg up from, I think, like the Deborah Muller paper, I think. I have a Deborah Muller book to show you also. These are cute little tree houses. I was kind of on a mission to lose the 40 pounds I gained from all my surgeries this past year. So I just started on like kind of like a new health kick, you know, healthier eating, kind of weight loss endeavor to reverse some of those habits. And then like 2 days later, I got the stomach flu. So that really made it real easy to drop 6 pounds the first week. That's the easiest weight loss I've ever had. Yeah. So it's amazing how fast you can drop weight when you don't have an appetite. Like if people just didn't eat, they'd lose all kinds of weight. Look at all those flowers. That's crazy. You could do markers. I mean, they are single-sided. So if you don't mind the bleed through, which I don't on many of mine, yeah, use alcohol markers and just put several cardstock pages to keep it from going through. So yeah, I guess I wouldn't say only pencils. Only pencils for those who don't want bleed through. So test page, yeah. So it's cute. It's something different. I'd never seen her books before, so I thought I would check that out. Let's look at Deborah Muller's new book. I'm so annoyed. It got shoved into my, it's all bent, like how the mailman like put it into my mailbox. I'm gonna probably have to exchange it. It ticks me off. He's like rolled it and shoved it in, and I didn't check the mail for 2 days. But usually they don't do that. They like put it on the porch or something. This is her new Forest Mischief book. Super cute. Great book for pencils. You can do markers as well. They don't blend as well. I really want to get this. I mean, you can get the artist edition, of course. I have a lot of her artist editions. I'm tempted, though, to do the PDF of this one so I can use my Express blending card for markers. I love how she has the cuter girl faces than the, you know, little Diva Miss faces in most of her other books. That's kind of neat. It's really sweet. Adorable. This book is really just makes me smile. I feel like the faces are a little too big for me. It's hard to get real good skin tone sometimes with pencils. And I find you get a way more seamless, realistic look with like Copic or Hoo-Hoos for skin tones, markers. But this is probably fine. I like her ones that have faces that are a little small. Like the Hannah Lynn faces that are giant. Like I don't, even to do alcohol marker, you have to use so much ink and you're likely to get streaking if you don't work fast in these less expensive papers. So it's just, I would prefer her, the face is a teeny bit smaller. I mean, the face looks a little too big for the neck and head, although it's, you know, meant to be kind of fantasy type little critter girls. This is really cute. This one is cute. I love the baby animals. This one's adorable. But yeah, I'm gonna, I use my Express blending card paper, just my favorite alcohol marker paper. So I'll probably buy it PDF and then I'll print some. So I can use my Copics for the skin. It's gonna use quite a bit, but think I can do it. But yeah, anything with nature, I love to use markers because they're just so bold in my brain. To be honest, anything with nature in these Deborah Muller books like this look amazing with Sharpies, because you got a lot of things like shapes in the butterfly and flower, little areas in each rose, like line section items where Sharpies are thick, rich ink, and yes, they're going to bleed through. That's fine, but they're so vibrant and bold. You need one quick layer and that's it. And they look really good on these books. I have the Mega Sharpie set, which is, I think, all the colors as of 2 years ago. I don't know if there are any new ones since then, but then I can link that below. But I do use that in, it's better for areas where there's smaller to medium things to color. I wouldn't do a whole Sharpie on a whole horse, you know, and I would do it for skin tone, but like you can knock out the, a lot of the smaller things, like all the designs on the dresses, the mushroom spots and the grass blades, yada yada. This is so cute. Yeah, I'm annoyed. Look at that. Why me? Anyway, that's a cute book. Okay, let's look at some of the littles and see what we think. Well, actually, no. First, I have R.J. Hampson's Tiny Tales. Ironically, this is what I was thinking of too. The small. I mean, okay, in my genuine opinion, this is a little spin-off of like The Small Victories by Joanna Basford. Or, you know, I'm not a fan of tiny little things to color. It's a cute book, though. You can take it when you travel in your purse, do it on your lunch hour or in a car in a waiting room. Give a little set of gel pens or something. I mean, it's all right, you know. A lot of just, these are birds, little random things to color. Blooms. It doesn't really make a whole picture. They're just items to color, like to practice blending, or you can use this as a book to test out mediums. You know, this could be, I'm going to test my pencil book or whatever, different pencil sets book. Animals. Oh, it's all right. I'm not sure I'd recommend he do it again. Oh, animals, frogs, dinosaurs. Can I get that closer? Little bugs, little spaceships, bugs, butterflies. It's almost like a scrapbook or collage of drawings, random drawing. I suspect these are critters he's drawn in his drawing software, whatever he uses, that maybe have appeared in as little things in all the other coloring pages that he clipped all those out and put them in here to make a coloring book, which would be a smart idea, technically, when you think about it. So that's Tiny Tales Volume 1. I have to say, I do kind of like these two square little ones. Kind of is pushing it. We have Coloring Book Cafe's Cozy Patterns and Coloring Book Cafe's Cozy Canvas. Now, I'm annoyed beyond belief that these companies are not listening to me, who has almost within 100 of 3,000 followers. All the people telling me they are sick of these little books. I keep telling the companies and they're not listening. I say, could you balance it out with the bigger books like you used to do? Because right now, you know, I don't color. I go in all Wild, Coloring Book Cafes, Jade Summers, all their old books. They're big books. I'm not really doing these ones. They're just, I mean, it's fine for quick, easy, relaxed color, but they're a little too much like kid books, and I just feel like, you know, it's the cheapest paper. It's not overly satisfying to see a completed piece of work in it. I don't know. You don't want to do that often, I guess. And it's come to my attention that there's a couple of companies are all the same people. I don't remember what it is. If it's Jade Summer, Cocoa, Coloring Book Cafe, Southern Lotus, Morgana Sky. Several of these companies have the same people in them, which are a group of gals who went to the same art school together, which I think I was told was in like Japan or somewhere. It's an Asian country. I don't remember. And they actually broke out, and they have several different company names. And because you'll notice when one comes out, Cozy Canvas, in one, within like a week or two, the other company has one almost identical, but the pages are different. Maybe all three companies will come up with an almost identical book within like a week of each other. So that if you pay attention to it, apparently there's a pattern. So I don't know, whatever, I don't care. I'm just saying, they're pumping it out to make money. That's it. They need to listen to what people want. Now, that being said, this is kind of cute. There's one called Simple Art. I believe it was done by, it's the only one I really like. It's I think it's Simple Art. Abstract. Good Lord. One of those three companies. Anyway, I actually have been saving it in case I want to do any tutorials in it. But it's better than this one. But anyway. This is kind of cute. They're all kind of like this, more like abstract-y type art. But these are just basic, use Adobe Illustrator or Canva, clip art line drawing assemblages into a template of this size paper until you get enough. Like, look at that cloud shape. That's a clip art on Canva. I mean, I could make that. So it's fine and all. It's just ad nauseum. Now you got all the wannabes who think, oh my gosh, there's a market for little coloring books. I'm gonna go pump one out on Canva and make $1 bazillion like everyone else. So now you get 10 no-names every month putting out these cute little coloring books with really eye-catchy, attractive covers, digitally colored, obviously. And then you get inside and there's just basic image, basic couple of kitties, basic stuff, and or like whatever, and people you've never heard of, it's like, so it's like you don't know the good or the bad ones. I don't know. It's overkill. I mean, you got to listen to what your customers want. I can tell you, Jade, summer, people are annoyed. They like the old books better. The big ones, all the kawaii, the chibis, the kawaii, the dark fantasies, the magical ones. The mermaid one, that one's kind of cute. So, but this isn't bad. If you're a brand new beginner and you like little stuff and you want to take it on the go and you want to use big old chunky markers, and I did that for the first couple of years, and go for it. This would be a good book, especially if you don't want to invest very much into coloring books until you know if you're going to like it. This one was kind of cute, the cozy pattern too. I'm going to go back to front. I don't know. I just thought this one would be kind of fun just to like zen out, color, and use up all the old marker ink while you're binge watching Outlander or something, I mean, I could use this book to teach blending, pencil blending. I'm not a fan of redundant coloring, so I don't necessarily want to color a pattern. I need to have a consistent challenge and variety. But a lot of people are soothed and they find it relaxing to color patterns. And you can make your patterns be completely, every one looks different. You don't have to color them the same, I'm just saying. So this one was not bad, I have to admit. So those two are good possibilities. I'm going to link below every book I'm showing you, as I always do. And then Fantasyland by Southern Lotus. Maybe this one I'm not a fan of, but maybe this is the one that did that abstract art I liked. They used to do good books. I have some old Southern Lotus books, that like the Halloween ones, which are real good, but they don't make those anymore because apparently everybody wants to color basic line art, expressionless faces on chunky block animals. I don't think there's enough detail in these books for me. I don't like, and the eyes are already done with a dot. You can't even color eyes, right? So just not my thing. I'm going to try to get to, I'm going to be doing my Artisto pencil box opening and review, just like I did with the Ohuhu ones a few weeks ago, which I can link that below as well. I tested out those pencils and colored in my Leon's Journey book and a basic Amazon paper book, and I'm going to be doing that with all my pencils, all these sets I haven't opened, so I'm going to do that with my Artisto pencils probably tomorrow, and I'll post that in a day or two. They're a real good budget pencil, I've been told, so we will see. All right, so that is it. Southern Lotus's Fantasy Land. Those are the only little ones I bought. So these are all the new ones. I will link below to show you. Don't forget to check out that video about the contest. I think if you fast forward toward the end, I talked about the contests. You do, only one of them you have to be in my Facebook group or the Fairy Tale Club. And the other one is just you have to make a comment under that YouTube video to say this is my entry and blah blah. Ideally for US for shipping prizes too. I can't afford international shipping, but anyway, so thanks for watching. See you in the next video.